Hello and happiest of days to each of you folks. For you folks, I thought it would be fun so I'm recording this on Sunday, the day before it gets published. Publish my review for you folks of the on Monday. I typically do older things in the RPGs like Middle Earth role-playing game I review for this channel, war games like BattleTech and that sort of thing. I've done tons of modules recently, like Gary Gygax, 8 of his modules, or stuff like the Backme series I just finished, doing the B series, and that's a thing of the first 9 that I've actually played for you folks, and I thought it would be fun for me to knock this out. Alright, so the lesser known UK series was published by the UK office by TSR. Alright, so it's a little lesser known and everything. So this is set in 1983. It's written by Graeme Morris, and art here is by Pete Young. For you folks, it's for Greyhawk, like I mentioned before, first edition here, and then for levels to divine. For you folks, it's the first part of a 2-part module called the Adlerweg series. That series did make my top 50 modules. I don't remember. I'm not sure if it was in the 40 to 50, 31, or in the 50s, but it was there. Lots. The plot here is simple enough. There are a pair of sentient magical artifact gloves called the Sentinel and the Gauntlet, respectively. And so the Sentinel is for good and wants to destroy the evil Gauntlet, and the Gauntlet has started to take over the area, and you need to take it out. And that sort of thing. So you're going to go seek the Sentinel, and that's this part of the 2-part. I've run this in real life as both a Dungeon Master and as a player too. For you folks, so this is a fun take setup. And such, and I think it's fine. I don't think it's the best. I wouldn't go to the mattresses for it. It's not the worst either. White Dwarf gave this an 8 out of 10. I would agree, but it sticks the landing next week. For you folks, it's 8 out of 10 for me. I agree with White Dwarf's is 8 out of 10. For you folks, alright. So that is Graeme Morris's 1983 UK2, the Sentinel. For you folks, I hope you enjoy it much, and that sort of thing. Again, have you played it? Have you run it, or have you done both, or just one? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Your opinion is just right as valid as mine, and I'm happy to engage you with that further in the comments. We'll try to keep it spoiler free, particularly what happens in the next one. I think it's a nice little turnaround phase. Love it a lot. Alrighty, so there you go for you folks. As I mentioned before, today I do older reviews. Check them out too, of modules or stuff like that too. So check it out too. On Wednesdays I do some older video game reviews for you folks too. So check that out. I did the Baldur's Gate series recently, including Siege of Dragon Spear for a week, the expansion, and then I also did things like the Elden Ring between the two, and then I thought it'd be nice for me also to do the Fallout series, that sort of thing too. So I'm knocking out that. I did Fallout 1 last week, and we'll do Fallout 2 next week, so you can check it out. I did also do Let's Plays of Evil Genius, of the older video games. Right now I'm doing Evil Genius, a 2004 James Bond inspired base builder where you're the bad guy. And then also on Saturday I do something called Serial Saturday that I dedicate to the forgotten storytelling genres and that sort of thing. The movies and TV serials. I'm currently doing the Zorro series. Just yesterday watched the Ghost of Zorro, the final of the 5 publicly licensed Zorro series. Also, it's Tarzan's, Flash Gordon, that sort of thing, as well as the first 2 seasons of Doctor Who in the 60s, and the first Doctor too. And it's sort of forgotten stuff. And then the other 3 reviews I do a week are older things that you read in the 3 genres we cover: science fiction, fantasy, and horror. For you folks, and older stuff too. So check them out too. And if those 7 older reviews, let's plays, and that sort of thing sound like your cup of tea, then great. Welcome to the channel and have a seat. Take your shoes off too. I don't even wear mine around the house and that sort of thing. So check it out. While you're here, also do all of the YouTube stuff like the subscribe button, the like button, the bell icon to be notified of those videos a week, and then also just let your friends know and like to basically share and watch those key ways to grow this channel for you folks. Alright, so there you go. As you can tell from those 7 older things a week, as well as the title of this channel, it's also the passion. The title comes from The Worst Thing About New Books. It's a quote by a French philosopher, Jacques Joubert, who said that the worst thing about them wasn't it kept us from reading the old ones, right? And this is definitely some older stuff. You know, and our passion for the new novel, the new video game, the new movie, right? We've forgotten that these things out there are standing on the shoulders of giants, right? So check out those giants. Not that they're bad, they're not, right? But check out those giants too, right? That sort of thing too. Also, in their one strength and strengths quest, which is a positive psychology approach, has their is context and that sort of thing. So I appreciate something more. So, for example, in the first edition of Dungeons & Dragons 2, also appropriate year, Gary Alex has in his Dungeon Master's got an appendix N where he lists all of the influences for folks. And so I've done a lot of those for this channel and appreciate that more the more I go back and see see where that comes from, right? And that sort of thing too. All right, so there. I want to thank you so very, very much for just taking some time out of your day and investing it and watching my videos, right? Because we all have so many things, right, that are happening in our lives, and we're pulled in so many different directions too. So the fact you spent this time with me, that's incredibly humbling, and I appreciate it so very, very much. So thanks again, and have an amazing day.